It's pretty insane to watch, just cutting the toe off. Finn. I've been really nervous about all the clinical, like real life sort of things. So on these placements, I try to do as much of that as possible. I mean, the calf had already died. If I had checked back earlier or maybe intervened quicker, then something could have went different.
Good morning, it's Monday. Let's get ready for my third placement. It's 7:50, my shift starts in 10 minutes, so I'm gonna go up to the farm and start working on whatever projects the herdsmen are doing. I'm down at the farm now, it's 8 o'clock. It's time to find one of the herdsmen and see what I can help with. I'm gonna finish moving some cows in and then I'll see you probably at lunchtime. It's 2 p.m. now. I stayed up at the farm for a while because the vet actually came down to do a toe amputation. So he cut off a cow's toe because it was basically all necrotic and dead. It was super cool to watch and kind of help out with. And then after that, I went down and had a bit of lunch, but I'm back out. So yeah, while this calf is drinking its milk, I'm gonna talk to you about what I was doing this morning and then talk to you about the toe amputation. So first, the toe amputation was pretty sick. The other day we found one of the cows had really necrotic toe. So the cow, its hoof is kind of like this. It's got two toes and one of them was really, really dead. So called the vet in. It was pretty insane to watch, just cutting the toe off. Bandaged it all up and it's walking fine. And we're just gonna have to redress that wound every few days. Besides that, in the morning, mainly my job is to go and look to see if anything's calving. And then if there is, then I'll write that down and put a collar on it, basically tracking that sort of thing. Then we'll bring in all the cows and their calves into a separate paddock so that they can graze together with a smaller group. And that way the calves can get more milk from the mom, hopefully, and they can just live better in that new paddock. Okay, I'm up at the farm now. The calving check is done. Now I'm gonna help out with the milk testing, so to see if they have mastitis. I'll talk to you about it after I'm done. Okay, I finished up in the milking parlor. We were testing all the milk for mastitis. Now I'm gonna do the 4 p.m. calving check. Okay, I'm in the calving shed. It's 5 p.m. I'm currently bottle feeding one of the calves because it wasn't gonna drink on its own. And I'll see you about half an hour. All right, it's 5:30. I just had a snack. I haven't eaten that much, but dinner's in a bit. So I just need enough to get me through the next couple hours. It's the summer, but I'm trying to study ahead for year 2. So I've got some cardiovascular YouTube videos that I found that should match up with what we learn next year pretty good. So I'm just gonna watch a couple of those and then hopefully it'll be dinner time. I just finished dinner, it's 8 p.m. I'm gonna do some more studying, head to bed because tomorrow I'm doing the early calving check. So I'll see you early in the morning tomorrow. Good morning and happy Tuesday. My shift starts at 7, so let's get up to the farm. I'm in the farm office right now. It's just before 7 o'clock. I had to grab the calving book. So this is where I write down what's happening out in the field, see what cows are calving, and see which ones we have to come back and check on in about an hour or 2 hours, depending on the stage of labor they're in. So I just calved this cow and her calf. It's my first time fully calving a cow by myself. So I took her in, put the ropes on, calving jack, and got the cow out. So it's pretty cool. First time calving a cow by myself. All right, I'm back in the house now. It's 11:15 and I have to go back to check if anything is calving at 12 o'clock. So I'm gonna eat some lunch and then head back out there. All right, it's 6 p.m. I finished up with the calving check. There was nothing new. And then I tube fed some calves out in the pasture. I just finished playing Uno with the family. So I live with the farmer and his family here. And so we got 2 kids. And so I play Uno with them in the evenings. But yeah, I'm just gonna go watch a couple more YouTube videos on the cardiovascular stuff and then eat dinner. I just had dinner. It's about 7:30. Back to the cardiovascular stuff. I'm about to head up and do a 10:30 p.m. calving check. I'm also gonna drench a few calves, so give them basically some electrolytes because they're looking a little weak. All right, it's 11:30. I just got back. I'm gonna shower and head to bed. Luckily, I don't have to wake up early tomorrow because it's technically my off day, but I'm still gonna do about half a day, so I gotta get up and out there at 8 a.m. anyway. See you tomorrow morning. Good morning and happy Wednesday. It is 7:30 and I wanna be up at the farm at 8 a.m. so I can help out with some stuff in the morning, even though it's technically my day off. Let's get ready and get up to the farm. I'm up at the farm now. It's like 9:30. As you can see, it's pouring rain. We just brought some calves in, and then moved over some of the cows to a different paddock. And now we're gonna go and bring the cows down to the calving sheds.
All right, it's 10:45 a.m. I'm done for the day. I just helped out with the morning task, so bringing the calves in, checking if there's anything calving, putting some feed out in the troughs, that sort of thing. Technically, it is my off day, so I don't have to go out, but I decided I kind of just want to do some stuff in the morning, help out, and speed the rest of the guys' day up. I'm gonna eat some food, then study a bit, and then after that, I gotta work on a research project. All right, it's 12:30, and I don't really have the energy to study, but then again, it is summer, and I've been studying like every day for the last week. So right now what I'm gonna do is make a little revision tracker in Excel so that I can track how confident I feel with each topic, and that way I'll know when I can revisit it or if it's even worth me revisiting it. So if I score highly, I'm not gonna go back to it for a while, right? And then I did a research project in the summer, but I have to follow up on that if we're gonna try and get it published. So I have to do some work on that and send that to my supervisors. And after that, I gotta edit this vlog. All done and color-coded. All right, it's 2 p.m. I think I'm long overdue for a workout because I've been here for about a week and a half now. I'm gonna go wander around and find somewhere that I can work out.
Well, the farmer asked if I could take the dog too, so say hello to Finn. Finn. I think I found what I was looking for, so let's get a workout in.
All right, it's 3:30. I just got back. There's a couple things I have to work on my computer today. One of them is a job I have for the university. It's supporting all the digital learning stuff. So I have a couple hours of stuff that I have to do, and it's all asynchronous. And then I have a research project that I did in the summer, and I have to finish writing the project report for that. So I'm gonna start chipping away at that today, and I'll probably see you at dinner time. All right, it's 8:30. I had a really good dinner. I'm pretty tired now. I'm just gonna work on this vlog and then head to bed. Tomorrow, I'm up at 7 a.m. for the early calving check. All right, I'm up at the farm now. It's time for the 7 o'clock calving check, and then I'll do the morning routine for the farm. So putting out the feed bags, moving cows, moving calves, all that sort of thing. It's 8:30, I'm up at the farm, and we're moving so quick. I did get soaked again, but we've literally done all the morning chores like twice as fast as it normally takes because there weren't that many cows born last night. Now I'm just gonna go see if any of the 2 calves that came in need some extra colostrum, and if they don't, I'm gonna help one of the herdsmen scrape up, basically muck out poop and stuff, and then I'll just go in early. All right, it's 12 o'clock. I got back and had lunch. Now we're actually gonna head over to a different farm to help them out with TB testing. So I'll update you later. All right, it's 3 o'clock, so I have like 45 minutes until I gotta go back out. I'm gonna review some of the cardiovascular stuff that I learned this week and see how much I can remember. It's 8 p.m. I'm gonna continue my cardiovascular studying, and then I have a 10:30 p.m. calving check. It's 10:15, let's head out there and check the calves. I did the calving check and one of them is calving. That means I have to come back out in 2 hours. So at 12:30, I'll be back here. All right, it's 2:15. I'm finally gonna head to bed. I had to wait for the heifer to calf because pretty much you want to give them time to progress on their own. So I just stayed up and worked on some stuff and then checked back on them every couple hours until they calved. All right, it's 7:30. Let's get up to the farm.
This is the morning view. All right, it's 10:45 and I'm done.
I'm eating lunch, but really this is breakfast. Today we had to rebandage a cow that had the toe amputation. So I took the bandage off and rebandaged that up. And then we also had to bring in one that needed assistance. So we did that. I always try to pay like really close attention to what the vet does and how they do it because they're not gonna teach us these skills until maybe next year. So if I can pick them up as I'm doing my placements, it'll hopefully cure the imposter syndrome a little bit. Ever since I started vet school, I've been really nervous about all the clinical, like real life sort of things. And so on these placements, I try to do as much of that as possible because I really didn't have that much experience before vet school. I started when I was 18 and I only did a little bit of shadowing before vet school. So all the times I get to do, bandaging and injections and that sort of thing, I try to take notes on what the vet is doing. Anyway, I'm gonna finish eating lunch, head back up there to see if any of the newborn calves need some more colostrum, and then I'll probably come down and be able to do some work. All right, it's 2 p.m. I was just in the kitchen doing some work for a society I created at my university. And now I think it's time to take a nap because I slept like 5 hours last night. All right, it's about 8 p.m. right now. I'm babysitting the farmer's kids tonight because they had to go out somewhere and needed someone to stay back. So right now they're in bed and I'm just gonna do some computer work. I think maybe study, but the vlog still needs to get edited. So that's probably the bigger priority. I think I'll do some cardiovascular stuff and then edit the vlog and go to sleep. All right, it's 6:30 a.m. Let's get up to the farm at 7 for a calving check. All right, it's 10:30, so I have about an hour to do some studying. I keep saying I'm going to finish this cardiovascular topic, and then I always have something else come up. So this time I'm going to hopefully finish it through, and then I'll go back out for the 12 o'clock calving check. It's time for the 4 p.m. check, and I'm going to take you along with me. Okay, so I'm in the field now, and I'm going to be looking for any signs of water bags, feet, or new calves. All right, let's go. No signs of any new calves, but there is this guy who was born earlier. Now I'm just gonna write in the book what happened today. So it was 4 o'clock and there was nothing. So that was nice and quick. I was in and out in about 10 minutes. Now I have to go and help feeding the calves down in the calving shed. All right, it's 8:15, so I got a couple hours before my calving check. I think I'm just gonna edit the YouTube video. This is a really, really bad dystocia. All right, it's 12:30. We had to bring in a cow from the field because she was having really bad dystocia. And we've got the calf here now. So I'm gonna feed it some colostrum and hopefully tomorrow morning it should be doing really fine. All right, it's about 3 a.m. I'm at the farm right now. I have to stay up because every time you see a cow with a calf that's about to come out, you have to check back on it to make sure that that gets delivered properly. Unfortunately for me, there were 2 dystocias. So the first one I solved myself, got some calving ropes out in the field and pulled it out. That was actually a really big moment for me because I'd never gotten a calf out and assisted out in the field in the open at night, that sort of thing, right? Very independent, which I'm pretty proud of because it's my second week here now. And then the second one was a bit harder because when I came back to check, it had pushed out essentially the entire arm and also the head. And so normally you would push both of those things back, head and leg, so you free up space because you can't have one leg come out at a time. You got to have them both kind of dive out. Unfortunately, that was not happening. I mean, the calf had already died. Its head had swollen and that sort of thing, but the mom had basically pushed out the shoulder. It was like low-key halfway dislocated, but it slipped out and eventually the calf got out, which was good. I think on nights like this, it's often really hard to kind of get any sort of motivation to show up tomorrow, wake up early again and get after it. But at the start of the night, I was able to calf out in the field on my own, and that was a giant milestone for me. And it just happened that I followed up with a pretty bad second calving. But I mean, that's gonna happen. There's things that I could have done to possibly avoid that. If I had checked back earlier or maybe intervened quicker, then something could have went different. But then again, I followed the typical procedures that we do on the farm, and it just happened that she pushed it out really fast and pushed it out with just one leg in front. So that's what I tell myself as I go to sleep tonight. And overall, I just kind of go day by day, and I'll wake up tomorrow morning and have a new day, and I'll reflect on the milestones I hit today, and I'll reflect on what I can learn from the things that went wrong. So I'll see you tomorrow morning. Happy Sunday. It is 7:30 a.m. and I am so tired right now, but let's get up there and get to work. All right, it's 11:30. As you can tell, I went back to sleep. So I helped feed the calves in the morning. That took about an hour and a half or something like that. And then I went back to sleep because they had someone else up at the farm to help out. So I've got the 12 o'clock calving check to get to. So I'm gonna try to eat some food and head up there for that. Hopefully there should be a big break time after that where I can edit this vlog and do some other work. Okay, so I'm gonna take you along with me for a calving check. Right now it's really easy because they're all eating some supplementary feed. So they're all in the same place.
So really what I'm looking at is their back end here. And if I were to see a water bag poking out or a calf's head or some feet, then I would need to monitor that. All of them pretty much look like this, where there's nothing going on, as you can see, and we'll come back in a few hours to do the 4 p.m. check.
It's 8:30. It's been a pretty typical day on the farm so far, but I just found out that my computer is not working, so I use a loaner from my university. But the thing is, whenever it does a system update, that sort of thing, you have to go back to the uni to reset it and basically re-borrow the computer. So I am now computerless, which means I can't edit the vlog until I get that sorted. So hopefully I can take a train into London. It's pretty quick, only costs like 10 pounds. And then I can get it sorted, come back and resume the placement and be able to do work, study, all that sort of thing.
All right, it's 11 p.m. I'm down at the calving shed. Right now I have to feed some calves colostrum, so I'm gonna put a tube down and feed them. And then I'm gonna give them an injection of antibiotic, Trimox, and then I can go home and go to sleep.
I think I'll end the vlog here because tomorrow I gotta edit the video and post it up.
Watch this.